you about the worst thing that's happened to me today. And that is, I got up this morning, got on Facebook like I do every morning, and I saw that my ex-stepbrother, who lives in Kentucky, had posted, and his name is Barney, had posted a picture of himself asleep on the toilet naked. He's like 30 years old. And I was like, you know, it really makes you really ponder what a gift divorce can be to your children. You know? Like, how much worse would it be if he was still my actual stepbrother? Like, way worse. Of course, the downside is, now that he's my ex-stepbrother, he's technically in my dating pool. Not that I want to date my stepbrother, because I emphatically do not. I'm just saying that when you get into your late 30s, you got to get creative about where you're looking for your sources of single men. Nothing is off limits. Because when you're in your 20s, your dating pool is like a beautiful bowl of perfect, shiny, red, organic apples. You know, and you know whichever one you pick up, it's going to be like sweet and juicy and delicious. When you get to your late 30s, what's left in the bowl is like wormy and diseased. It's got those brown spots. Your selection process is more like, I could probably choke this down. This probably won't make me sick. Speaking of those shiny red apples, the last guy I had a crush on is 12 years younger than me. 12 years, that's a long time. Disturbing enough, he is old enough to sleep with. But, you know, it took me a long time, because he's so young, to figure out, like, what I was really feeling. At first I was like, oh, we're friends, that's so cool. Like, as long as we don't talk about my childhood, we have so much in common. When I gradually realized, like, I wasn't really feeling friendship, but I couldn't identify what it was. I was like, do I want to mentor him? Is that what this is? Do I help him God? No, that's not it. And then one day I was putting on, like, industrial strength Spanx and 12 pounds of eyeliner to go to meet him, and I was like, oh, that's what this feeling is. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. So I go out and I meet him, we're talking, and I realize I ask him a question, and as soon as he started talking, I would completely stop listening and just start thinking, like, I wonder what he looks like naked. Like, if I buy him a shot, will I get to see? And it really gave me a lot of sympathy for what it's like to be a man, you know? Like, there's no wonder you guys can't multitask or string together complex sentences. Being a sexual predator is really distracting. You cannot think about anything else, you know? But you do, one thing you do get to do as a man is tell dick jokes. And that is something all stand-up comics get to do, and I'm going to claim that rite of passage right now. So get ready. Okay. If I had a dick, it'd be so big, I would need cargo shorts. It wouldn't be a fashion choice, it'd be a necessity. Very good. Okay. If I had a dick, I'd need more than 2 seats on the metro. I'd need a whole car, because my dick would love the trains, you know what I'm saying? Trains. Okay. If I had a dick, Spanx would take on a whole new meaning, because I'd be spanking that thing all the time. Oops. Disregard, don't look at that. Don't get ahead of yourself. No, seriously, if I had a dick, I would use it for good. I would go on OkCupid, and I would take my dick out, and I would use it as a stylus. And I would type a note, something like this. Hey girl, why don't we just hang out at your house and watch Girls on HBO? You can make a soup out of that stuff you made at the farmer's market, and then we'll cuddle. How does that sound? And even if that woman never heard from me again, at least she would have hope. You know what I mean? At least she would think somewhere in her heart that there was a dick like me out there for her, that it was possible. Because usually what happens on OkCupid is much worse. Last week I was talking to this guy. He had a job, he could spell, that's my basic requirement list at this point. So we're talking, and, you know, pretty quickly we set up a time to meet for a drink. And he was like, okay, yeah, that's great, but let me get your numbers. I want to text you before we meet, because I want to be really honest with you. And I was like, red flag? That's weird. So, it's not my first rodeo, so I wrote him back and I said, are you married? And he was like, oh, yeah, that's what I meant when I said I wasn't really looking for a serious relationship. I'm married. And I was like, right, because you're already in a serious relationship. Well, I don't date married guys. You know, it's bad karma. And weirdly, they all turn out to be like cheating, lying dickheads. So, I'm gonna pass on that drink. He was like, oh, no, I'm married, but it's a sexless marriage. And I was like, oh, that's totally different. Like, that sounds amazing. Yeah, let's no. What the fuck do I care? That's not my problem. Like, how is that a valid excuse? So, ladies, if you want to take one thing away from this night tonight, have sex with your husbands. Just have sex with them, because otherwise they end up harassing me on OkCupid. And then, if your wives won't have sex with you and you're forced to turn to the internet, the address you're looking for is Pornhub.com, not OkCupid. That's for my people. Thank you.
Cara Foreign. All right, let's get our final act for this evening now.